See, I almost didn't do a video this week, guys. But here we are. I feel such a commitment to doing this that I kind of feel weird if I don't do my weekly comic video. I feel like something I was supposed to do, I didn't do. And I'm committed to bringing you guys all the coolest stuff, mostly comics, but all the coolest stuff from pop culture that I can think of when I can. And I'm sitting there and I thought, am I really not going to do a video this week? And the answer is no, I'm going to do a video this week. So here we are. One thing I'm gonna call attention to something here in a moment. But first off, hi. This is the officially unofficial Geek Channel Weekly Comic Roundup, and I am your host as always, Carrie Quinn. I am the officially unofficial geek, and we are here as always because I feel commitment to do so, talking about comics on Sunday night. Now, if you're new to the channel and new to my comic talk on Sunday evenings, I will let you know that it is Spoilertastic. I talk about anything and everything having to do with these comics that grab me, rope me in, or whatever, me. So I give them to you in order from the least liked to the most liked. I've been told that that is a pretty good format to go with, that anyone that is afraid of spoilers can also kind of look when I hold up the book and be like, hey, that's her order. I don't even need to actually listen to it until I get the opportunity to read my books, because you know what? I totally know what that feels like this week. Guys, I have, as much as I wish that this was my full-time job, writing, content creation, all that stuff. I also do some photography when I can. As much as I wish that that was my full-time gig, it is not. Let me just adjust the camera a little bit here. This is not my full-time gig. As much as I would love for it to be, it is not. I work in the financial world. I don't want to give too much information about who I work for and all that online, but I work in the financial world, and that's my 9 to 5. Like, actually, it's more like 8 to 4, but you get the point. It's my 9 to 5 job, and I worked a lot of hours this week so I could have next week, Christmas week, mostly off. I'm going to be working on some really cool, hopefully end of the year type content for you guys, for this channel. So if you know anyone and you happen to be watching this video that loves really cool pop culture end of the year content, I'm not going to go there and I'm not going to say this is the best from this year. I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to keep it real with you. This is just what I liked from this year. So whether you liked it or not, it's up to you. But I'm not going to be so pompous as to be like, this is the best, because there is one thing you learn as a geek. You cannot say such and such is the best, because you know there's about 20 to 30 to 100 to 1,000 different people that are going to jump on your ass telling you it's not the best. Such and such is the best. So and so is the best. Well, you know what? So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tell you what I liked and why. And I'm going to get a little kind of, concept brewing here later on tonight into tomorrow morning. Kind of the format when I'm going to be talking about what are going to be my best of videos. I'm not going to do it all in one video. I'm going to do multiple videos, and I'm going to spread it out throughout the last 2 weeks of the year. Yes, it's going to start off tomorrow because I have a box that's been sitting on my desk. I'm just gonna hold it like this so you don't see the label or anything. I have a box that has been sitting on my desk for a while now. I know exactly what's in it, but you guys don't know what's in it. I'm going to open it tomorrow on camera, and finally we're going to get to see it as a group here. As a group. It is pop culture, and it is kind of comic related. So we've got that. I've also got another Funko Pop gun I'm gonna take out of the box. Of course, it's a Harley Quinn Funko Pop. I'm gonna do that in the same video, so it's a quick little unboxing and unboxing and that kind of thing. Tomorrow is probably gonna go up tomorrow evening, afternoon, somewhere in there. But I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a couple comics I did not get to read this week, but I am going to come at you with what I did get to read. So, without further ado, please be on the lookout for my favorites of 2021 episodes. If you got any friends out there that maybe don't know about my channel but like those kind of things, please send them my way. Tell them subscribe to Officially Unofficial Geek channel. And, well, basically for really good, decent content involving, you know, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay content. It's okay. Involving pop culture, mostly comics. And you know, I get more subscribers. They get good content about 2021 and beyond. And I'm happy. And they're happy. Isn't it grand when everyone's happy? Okay. All right, guys. On to the comics. I already talked long enough about what's coming. You guys know what's coming. You guys know the deal. So let's talk about comics from this week. And like I said, before we move on, I'm going to warn you guys all again that this is a spoilertastic video, meaning I talk about anything and everything that grabs me involving these comics. So if you have not read your comics for this week, please go ahead and put a pause on this, put a pin in it, come back to it once you have. But here we go. So first on the hit parade is Wonder Woman. See, Wonder Woman 782. Okay, so not quite yet there. Okay, I was thinking that maybe this might be a little bit more of a trial or a lead up to the trial of the Amazons. And if you were thinking about that, you're probably disappointed like me. Oh my goodness. Oh, Amber Alert just came through on my phone. That is what I was hearing. Okay. And so, hey guys, so an Amber Alert just came through. If you see an Illinois vehicle, white 2015 BMW utility vehicle license plate CR30818, please notify the authorities of that position. Okay, anyways, I like to make sure that those go out there because, as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, Amber Alerts refer to when children are abducted. So there you go. That's why I went ahead and interrupted the wonderful content of comics to throw that out there. So if you were thinking that this was going to be like me, like maybe they're going to take a time out from what they were doing previous to the Wonder Woman annual, which actually wasn't all that bad. Okay. To kind of, yeah, if you thought that they were gonna, if you were hoping like me, based on the events of the annual, that they just ignore that oddball story they were going with, which basically amounts to Diana doing absolutely anything other than calling Steve Trevor, and I do mean anything, including just having to fly to Europe to return a sword to a grave, right away. Like, she had to go, like, right now. You'd be disappointed if you thought it was going to be, that was going to be pushed aside for Trial of the Amazons. Not quite yet. If you expected Wonder Woman to fly, to fight, a bunch of glass avatars of herself, with Deadman, sporting a creepily drawn flesh suit, then you're in luck. You're in luck, because that's basically what happened here. She flew to Europe. On the way there, encountered a bunch of really weird, creepy looking Wonder Woman avatars that were made of glass. So when she punched them really hard, they'd shatter. Yes, Dead Man is with her wearing a dead person's flesh. And it looks like it's not doing well. Um, yeah, so this issue of Wonder Woman is for you, if that's what you were looking for. I was kind of looking and hoping for more trial of the Amazons build up, like what we're getting in Wonder Girl and Nubia, which is also a badass series. If you're sleeping on Nubia, check it out. I implore you. Um, so yeah, they go ahead, they return the sword and reminisce about Sigfield and everything. And this is when, and then you find out that there's more trouble involving the glass avatars, and Dr. Psycho is up to something. Not quite sure what that is yet. I'm not quite sure if it has anything to do with the glass avatars or if it's something else entirely separate from that. This issue didn't have much to do with the whole Dr. Psycho thing. It kind of like got thrown in near the end. Um, the annual released last week had a little bit more intrigue to it. Like I was mentioning, I did enjoy that. And I'm still holding on for the Trial of Amazons. I've been enjoying Wonder Girl. I've been enjoying Nubia. Nubia's badass. So you just gotta keep on holding on. And we'll be at that Wonder Woman event in no time, hopefully. So yeah, anyways, the next issue we're going to talk about today is Future State Gotham number 8. Future State Gotham number 8. Yowzas, guys. This ups the stakes a little bit here. I know I am one of the few people that does videos on YouTube that likes Future State Gotham. I know. But it was good. It was good. Guys, come on. Throw me a frickin' bone here. It was good, okay? So we meet the next Joker and Hush. He's got a criminal kingpin alliance of such with 3 other crime bosses. One of them is the Court of Owls. And there's this other person called the Operator who has brought them all together in some way, and it's not exactly clear how she has brought them together, but she has also brought us Grifter. It's a Grifter moment. It's a Grifter moment, everybody. Everybody at home, cheer. Woo! It's Grifter. We love Grifter. Grifter is a big old ball of red mask cloth wearing sarcastic fun. And I, for one, am very happy to see him back. After the last moment we saw him, he was basically taking the fall so Huntress could get away, and that was in some secondary stories in the original like burst of Future State issues. So we missed ya. We missed you, buddy. We missed you, Grifter. So operators hired Grifter for protection, and it's not going well because they have they run into mobsters and want them dead. They run into Talon, who wants them dead. Talon is there, guys. Talon is there. Yeah, just like, oops, you know, when you see in the issue, when you see the Court of Owls, you kind of are like, ooh, we're gonna get to see Talon. And then they deliver quite well. Deliver Talon to us right there in a big old black and white drawn bow. And I loved it. I was like, ooh, I get Grifter, I get Talon, I get the Court of Owls. What the hell, guys? Okay, so Talon wants them dead. And then the next Joker, who has been hired, it seems, possibly to kill the lot of them by Hush. Now people are getting, like, seemingly decapitated all around. Okay, left and right. And when Grifter and the operator fall into that big bat crater, to get away, they make a shocking discovery about the new Joker. It seems these people weren't just getting decapitated. Oh no. Their heads were getting bitten off, and hashtag cliffhanger ending. Maybe our boy Grifter's head is getting cut off as well. Sorry, bitten off. Their heads are getting bitten off because the next Joker is some, like, lizard-like thing. Like, kind of like Killer Croc, but not. Like, kind of like Killer Croc, but not. So, yeah. Stay tuned on that one. I'm really hoping, they don't kill Grifter, you know. Okay, we love him here at the Officially Unofficial Geek. So please, save Grifter. We really don't care about the operator person. Like, maybe, like, the operator person was, like, standing, like, next to Grifter, but kind of, like, a little bit further back. So I'm thinking they're not going to kill Grifter. No! They're not killing Grifter. They're going to kill that operator person that nobody cares about. Well, you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah. Hashtag save Grifter. Anyways, next we're going to talk about our Miss Thing, Yara Floor, Wonder Girl, number 6. I like that we're getting these at a lot better pace now. It appears that maybe the problem that was happening with paper shortage and what have you is starting to correct. I still need to go out and find some place that has bags and boards, as you can see. But that will be taken care of this week. I assure you. I am at least going to try. But so the awakening that the DC universe continues, continues with Yara still trying to break free of Olympus. And guys, I'm gonna, guys, Jerry is okay. Jerry is alive. Jerry the Pegasus is alive. And I, for one, am thrilled. Anyways, so when we got Donna explaining to Cassie about what's going on, and she's apparently on board now and thinks that the Brazilian Amazons are pretty freaking awesome, and they're actually marching on the gate to Olympus. Dude, and Yara's trying to get out, like, at the same place, and there's a possibility that she can kind of hear them, but she can't get out. And I can say that I'm really digging her wit and her heart with this story. It's just awesome. We've got some really cool representation things going on here, and that's awesome. And of course, Jerry the Pegasus. Jerry. So glad you're here, man. So glad you're here. Okay, so the next one that we're going to talk about, these next 3, my last 3 issues of the week were really hard to choose between in their order because they all stood out for really great reasons. So, I mean, so we have an order here, right? We have an order here, but when it came to these next 3, it was really hard to settle on that order. So right now, the first one I'm going to talk about next of the 3 is I Am Batman, number 4. Mr. Ridley, you, sir, are awesome. I am loving this, and I am loving your awesome character, Jace Fox. And let me be completely real here. Um, my boyfriend read this before I did, and he just kind of looked at me and he's like, you know what? That had more to do with Fear State than all of Fear State, and he was right. He was right, because when I read it, I was like, yeah, that had more to do with Fear State than a lot of Fear State. And it just, in this one, you know, excuse me a second. And this just continues the saga of exactly how shitty the Fox family is outside of Jason, his two sisters. At one point, Lucius is badgering his wife, whom, by the way, just survived a hostage situation, okay, about how she didn't kill Batman, his son, unbeknownst to them. Why didn't you kill the dude that just, like, saved your life? God. Get a grip, Lucius. Seriously. Your lady is right. You need help from what you experienced during the Joker War, and because you're not doing well, sir. You're not doing well. You need to check all of that. That's not good. Okay, so another side thing, the sister that's in a coma, she wakes up and the other sister's there with her. So that's good. That's good. That's a good development. Um but I'm going to say this and then we're going to put a pin in it. Okay? Where the hell is Luke? We'll get to that in a moment. We'll come back to that in a moment. Put a pin in it. We're going to come back to that in a moment. Jace has this meeting with the seer / anti-oracle, and she lets him know that the magistrate wasn't the end, and that he wouldn't believe her if she told him what was next. The joke really is on her because um, because it turns out that he probably would have believed her, um, because his father is working on enhancements. Lucius Fox is working on enhancements to the magistrate gear with the feds. So this has gone from being a Gotham thing to being a Fed thing, right? Um, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that he would have believed her. He goes looking for the newly bailed out Simon Saint to find that he's dead, presumably, and gets into a fight with one of these enhancements of the magistrate armor, which brings me to a prediction. I should put a pin in it. So here we go. Jace is at the end of this issue being currently held by the neck in a rough spot. Will we see Luke Fox come out of his self-hating, pouting around bullshit and show up as Batwing? Will we see this? I gotta sit there and I'm pondering, you know, what I would do as a writer. And I'm thinking Mrs. Fox, their mom, comes home. She's just been through this harrowing hostage situation. Batman helps save her and helps get her through the situation. You know, Luke has probably heard about all this, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if the way that they run this storyline is that Luke puts on the Batwing suit and goes looking for this mysterious but different Batman. If I'm right next month, we'll celebrate. But seriously, if I were Mr. Ridley, that's how I would write it. Because we have, some of us may have read speculations involving, what's coming and everything like that. And we have all heard that, or at least some of us has probably heard, that Jace is leaving Gotham. He's going to be going to New York. And what better catalyst to move Jace away from Gotham to New York than his brother finding out. The self-hating brother, by the way, hates masks but yet puts one on. Okay? The self-hating brother, by the way, yeah, finds out that Jace is this mysterious new Batman. I really think that's a possibility. I really do. And we'll celebrate if I'm right. We'll celebrate if I'm right. I've been doing so well at this whole prediction thing lately. Like, yeah, like predicting movie plots, predicting, different things, and then being completely right in television plots and just being like, what? Like, there was this movie plot that I predicted a bunch of the movie, and then I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and go to bed. And my boyfriend was watching it late at night, and I was like, okay, so this is what's happening, this and this. And I went to bed, and he's like, man, you were right. So, like, stuff like that. There was an aspect of Doctor Who recently that I totally guessed on, and I was totally right. Yeah, so stuff like that. So, I'm hoping we keep this going. One, with future state Gotham, and it's the operator chick that's head bitten off and not Grifter, and that Luke Fox shows up as Batwing in the next issue. Fingers crossed. Okay. So the next one that I'm going to talk to you about is Robin and Batman #2. This art, this whole watercolored art thing is absolutely amazeballs. Okay? Seriously. It's amazing. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have a lot to say about this. It's just that it was amazing. And I'm going to say, Batman, you bastard. I understand you, but you're still a bastard. Actually, really. Okay, so how they're finishing this story in 3 issues, I don't know. Because it is clearly saying 2 out of 3. I don't know how they're going to finish this story in 3 issues. Maybe it's meant to build up to something else. Maybe they're gonna wrap it up in the 3rd issue because they completely detoured, almost completely, but not quite completely detoured from the whole Killer Croc issue. And so basically we have Robin on his birthday being assigned a task of recon, but we don't know that until he comes back from it. So basically what happens is Batman takes him up to the Justice League satellite station to hang out with the other sidekicks. Okay, so you got Arsenal there. You've got Donna Troy. You've got Wally West, and they're all younger. You've got Garth, excuse me. And so they're all there, and they're younger, and they're supposed to just hang out and get to know each other. But we find out later on that Robin is actually tasked with trying to get them to go out and do stuff when they're supposed to stay there. So the reason why he's supposed to do this, and we find out later, is so that he can get recon on each of them. So that he knows what their strengths are and how he can manipulate them. And you know what? A 12-year-old kid should just be trying to make friends. So I get that. And Alfred's like pissed because of that. But I also understand Batman's point. So yes, Batman, you're a bastard, but I get you. Because you have Batman, who is completely human. And, Dick Grayson, who's completely human. Having to think about what would happen if they ever had to fight any of these superhuman beings. So yeah, like on one end it's like, yes, you are a fucking bastard. But on the completely other end of things, I kind of get it. I don't like it, but I kind of get it. So here we are. We are at the last comic of this evening, and it is the first issue of Batgirls. Okay, guys, Batgirls. Love, 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 love this art. Oh my god, I've been waiting. One, I've been waiting for this story, and two, I have been really excited to see this, especially after the previews that we got the last couple weeks. But I totally, totally love this page. This is absolutely insane. Love the new story so far of Babs trying to keep the Batgirls in keeping a low profile and failing miserably. Not because she isn't trying. Babs is like, oh my god, just guys, come on. Chill the fuck out. And there is no chill button for Steph and Cass. There just isn't. So it's not quite working, the whole keeping a low profile thing, because some dick ass thugs, stole Cass's robe. And it's a nice robe too, because she actually goes and finds them and gets it back. Meaning she kicks their ass. She wanted her robe back, okay? So they go out and they find these, thugs are trying to mug some workers, and they fight them. They legit stole a car. Yes. Stephanie and Cass decided that they did not want to ride the scooters, okay, that Babs got for them, so they stole a car. Now, granted, Barbara gets on these scooters, and she's like, we're trying to keep a low profile here, but yet the scooter has the bat symbol on the front of it, like both of them, and it's like, yeah, if you're trying to keep a low profile, like, why? But okay, so they legit stole a car, which was awesome. Babs definitely has her hands full, as they decide, Cass and Steph decide that they're going to go investigate the possibility their grumpy neighbor is a serial killer. And it backfires, as the Batgirls encounter a group of people in huge mechanical suits that are now calling themselves the Saints, as in they love Simon. Yeah, so the whole magistrate thing is not going away, guys, and it's one of those things where it's like, we have a lot of stuff coming on down the line that's going to really play out on whether we get this whole future state Gotham type of situation, because everyone thought that they prevented future state Gotham at the end of Fear State, and I don't think that they did. I think there's still a possibility that could happen. If you read the Harley Quinn issues of Fear State, not Fear State, excuse me, the Future State Harley Quinn issues, the magistrate is working with Scarecrow, with Dr. Crane. It could still happen. Dr. Crane is still alive. It could still happen. Dr. Crane is alive. Peacekeeper 1 is on board with that whole idea. And he's still alive. So it could still happen. But you got these guys, and they are calling themselves the Saints because they love Simon Saint. And they've decided they're going to go after the Batgirls. And it's a lot of fun, a lot of like action. I am loving this art. It's one of my favorite styles. It's good to see that they're continuing the idea from the Asian Celebration issue of Cass trying to verbalize more. I feel that it's still kind of choppy. They're progressing it and showing us more personality of both Steph and Cass, and I love it. Cass is still, Cass is talking more, but that's something that they've already started exploring. So that doesn't bother me. But to me, I kind of like talked about how Stephanie is definitely the talker. Steph is definitely the talker in the whole situation. And it kind of reminded me a little bit of the dynamic of Jay and Silent Bob. With Steph obviously being the Jay character and Cass obviously being the hetero life mate, Bob, Silent Bob, and type character, where the person that's definitely the biggest communicator is Stephanie. And yeah, I think if you think about it, that dynamic is kind of there. But I'm really enjoying that we're seeing more interesting aspects of their personalities. I'm loving that we're getting more of Stephanie and of Cass, and I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, I love, 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 love this style of art that is in here. Like, let me see here. Is there any other moments that are really awesome? Okay, so like the last page, I told you guys about the Saints, right? This is just insane right here. Insane. Insane. So I'm really excited to keep reading that. I know that it is a limited series, but I hope there's more to come out of it. So that's it. That's it for this week. I did not get to read Batman the Imposter, but I will. And I did not get to read Batman Urban Legends, but I will. I know there's some cool stories in there. I am interested to see the end of Batman the Imposter, but I did not get them read in enough time to do and include them in this video. So let me know in the comments if you want to know what I think of Batman the Imposter and Batman Urban Legends once I read them, probably tomorrow. And I'll do a quick little video talking about that. But until then, I've talked to you long enough about comics. I've talked to you long enough about pop culture. I am really excited about the next couple weeks and all the content I'm going to be doing, and I hope you are too. I am really excited about all of that. I'm really excited to start a new year. And I hope you are too. And I hope that you guys, if you're seeing this and you don't catch any of my other content for the rest of the year, I'll see you guys soon. Have a happy holiday, whatever you celebrate, however you celebrate. And I'll be seeing you guys soon. Be kind to each other and be great to each other. Be excellent to each other. So I'll be seeing you guys. Bye. This is the Officially Unofficial Geek. I should say that before I go. This has been the Officially Unofficial Geek Weekly Comics Spoilertastic Roundup. I am your host, as always, Carrie Quinn. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Tell me what you thought of this week's comics. And now I can go ahead and do my outro where I tell you guys happy holidays. Happy. And I'll be seeing ya.